Yo, what is up guys? It's Pedro here, and in today's video I will be talking about the Washington football team signing kicker Joey Slye and releasing former Washington football team kicker Chris Blewett. I'll be talking about that and if I think it's a good move or not, and then also I'll talk about the possibility of the Washington football team going after Odell Beckham. So if you guys are new, make sure to subscribe for Washington and NFL content. Hit that like button and turn on those notifications so you never miss a video. And make sure you guys go ahead and check out WinView. Link is in the description. Let's get right into the video. Okay, so let's start off with the Joey Slye news. So we signed kicker Joey Slye to the active roster and released kicker Chris Blewett. This was a move that had to be made. We needed a new kicker. Chris Blewett was not cutting it. Missed 3 out of his 5 field goal attempts, and just terrible. I mean, he had 3 block kicks. I've never seen that happen before, where 3 block kicks in 5 attempts. And I haven't seen a Washington kicker get a block kick in a while. Dustin Hopkins didn't have many, and the kickers before then as well, they didn't have many, and it's just never seen that before. And he just wasn't cutting it. I mean, he was a big reason why we did lose that game against the Broncos, because he missed 2 field goals, and we were in the red zone multiple times where if we were only down 1 point instead of being down 6 or 7, we would have kicked the field goal and we could have won that game if he made those 2 field goals. But he had 2 field goal blocks, and it just really hurt us in that Broncos game. So I think bringing in Joey Slye and releasing Chris Blewett, overall I think it's a good move. You're bringing in a veteran kicker with experience. So let's look at some of his stats. He's been in the league for 3 years, 2019, 2020, and 2021. Born in 1996. Played at VTech, so somewhat of a local guy, and was born in Virginia. And he's a career 80.2% field goal percentage kicker. Not bad, not great, but over that 80% threshold. But in 2020, last year, 80.6 field goal percentage, and then this year he's 85, which is pretty good. That's above league average, which is what you want. And he's definitely not very good in extra points. His extra points this year 75%. Small sample size, but it has to be better for Washington. So hopefully it is. Overall though, with he's played on 2 different teams this year, with the Texans where he was 4 for 5, and his miss came on a 40 to 49 yard field goal, and then he was 7 for 8 on extra points. But with the 49ers, he was 2 for 4 on extra points, and 7 of 8 overall. So field goal percentage not bad. And he's a big guy. He is a big guy, benched 335 pounds in college, and not a lot of kickers in the NFL can do that. So at least we have that going for us. Of course, I'm joking, but overall though, like I said, I think it's a good move. But what I wanted to talk about was this whole time, last season and heading into this season, but mostly heading into last off season, I really didn't want to bring back Dustin Hopkins. There were other options, and I thought that they shouldn't have brought him back. And then and I was all in favor for releasing him in the middle of the season, but not for someone like Chris Blewett, who hadn't played a game since 2016 and was, I think, a 70% field goal kicker at Pitt. So it's like you bring in a mediocre college kicker, okay college kicker, who hasn't played since 2016, and you expect him to be better than Dustin Hopkins, who wasn't great but wasn't terrible. So I just didn't get that. And I don't really think that's on Ron Rivera in specific, in particular, in terms of choosing the kicker, because he's not out there scouting the kickers. I think that's Nate Katzler's job, and I think that's he's got to do a better job finding these kickers. I think there are so many better options out there. Josh Lambo, former All-Pro kicker, now Joey Slye is available, played in Carolina, so obviously Ron Rivera likes him. But I am happy though that they did bring in a replacement, because Chris Blewett wouldn't cut it. And I thought that they should have even brought Joey Slye in a little bit earlier, because they did have the bye week, and you want those players, especially Tress Way and Cameron Cheeseman, to get some chemistry with, Joey Slye. But, it is what it is. I think it is it is the right move for them to make. And let's hope that, Joey Slye balls out for the rest of the year, and, he can be our kicker for the rest of the year and maybe our kicker of the future. You don't want to be in that kicker abyss, obviously much better than the quarterback abyss, but if you can have a good kicker, average to above average, that can make, those clutch kicks at the end, which, Dustin Hopkins was like an average kicker, but he couldn't make the field goals at the end of the game that really counted. And last year he was a below average, kicker. But, let's see what Joey Slye can do. And now on to, talking about Odell Beckham a little bit. So, in terms of claims, him getting claimed, we have the news right here. It's a little bit after 4, and he didn't get claimed on waivers by not a single team claimed him. I think there are only a few teams that could have claimed him, and we were one of them. We have some good, we had a good cap situation. So the Jaguars, Eagles, Broncos, Seahawks, Panthers, Chargers, Steelers, Washington, and Bengals all could have put in a claim, but no one did. And we'll see. We'll see what happens with him, but I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't think Washington is going to try to, sign him. Now, he is a free agent, so he can sign anywhere, and Washington probably doesn't want to sign him if they could have signed him or claimed him anyways. And Odell is going to go somewhere else. He will choose either the Packers, maybe the Seahawks, where the Seahawks can get a little bit of a cheaper deal. There's going to be a bunch of teams that are contenders that he's going to probably want to sign with, and those teams might want to sign him. I think Washington is down the list just because of, they're not a great team right now. They don't have great quarterback play, so why would he want to join them? And if we would have claimed him, who knows if he would have even played for us. He probably would have sat out. I don't know. But it is what it is. He's a great talent, but the last few years he's struggled a little bit. Part of that is injuries, part of that is himself, and part of that is him and Baker just didn't have great chemistry. I mean, 41% of the passes thrown to him were deemed uncatchable. That's just insane. Hope the best for Odell Beckham. Let's see where he goes and ends up signing. I want to hear from you guys where you think he ends up signing, and if you think Washington should have put in a claim for him. I would have been okay either way. I probably would have leaned on no, just because I don't think he probably wouldn't have wanted to come here. Even if we did claim him, it would have had some tension. He would have probably asked to be released. But he's a great talent. Either way, I would have been fine with it if we signed him. I would have been excited for the talent that we got, and not signing him, I'm fine with that as well. Because if Curtis Samuel does come back, he is a legit number 2 option as a wide receiver. And yeah, we'll see what happens though. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like button, subscribe if you guys are new, and turn on those notifications so you never miss a video. And make sure you guys go ahead and check out WinView. Peace, guys.